Hey guys, just a little peek at one of the things I'm doing here to the for the Nimrod project. 65 Corvette. The original alternator was pretty crusty. Worked and all, worked fine, but it was dirty as hell. The case was all, you know how it is. 53 years. So anyways, I took the whole thing apart and I'm going to clean it up and do a little servicing of it and put it back together, and it'll be a lot better. So, but anyways, just kind of going over it here. Of course, this is the original case, or original alternator. 5, which is 1965. F would be February 14th. This alternator was made February 14th, 1965. And of course, I've taken it and bead blasted it on the outside primarily. I'm not terribly worried about the inside, but I'll give it another cleaning up when I'm done. So I've got it completely apart. Here's the front bearing, complete with its completely dried 53-year-old grease. That all needs to be cleaned out and serviced and be repacked. And of course the bearing shield and the retainer plate, and there would be a gasket that goes with it, and the spacer, the shaft spacer on it there, right? And here's the back of the case that be blasted. Of course, the bearing in there, as you can see, I cleaned it out, I flushed it out, but I had to be very careful when I bead blasted this. I had to tape off that bearing there, unless I wanted to knock it out and punch it back in, but I didn't. So I taped that off very well before I bead blasted the outside of it to clean it up again. And I'll do a finish, go over it one more time, finish it before I put it all back together. And as you can see, you got a condenser. That's what that is, condenser for ground. And you got your three ground side diodes, right? 3 there, boom, 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 there, and there. Roller bearing, and of course and then your brush packet. That's your brushes for the commutator. And if you look at it, you see how it's done is they make it so you can put a, straighten out a paper clip or a toothpick or something, put it through to hold the brushes back while you drop the armature into position so it can line up with the commutator. And speaking of which, here's the armature, the commutator for each coil. It's in really good shape. There's nothing wrong. This car only has 54,000 miles on it. But I cleaned up the commutator with some nice 1500 sandpaper, so it'll do good. It all looks to be in very good shape. And of course, here's the bridge plate, and this has your 3 positive side, power side diodes, right? And this is where you would be output from the alternator goes to the battery, and this is the ground side of the bridge plate. See, so, and of course the fasteners. Here's the windings. Right, very good condition. Cleaned them up a little bit, they were just dirty. And so there's no reason I can't, when I put this back together, that it won't just work just fine, but it'll look a lot better. And of course, here's the now that's a freaking alternator pulley right there. That basically is like a harmonic damper, like this you would find on the front of a crankshaft of an engine, like on this 327. Boy, that's got some heft. That's got to be about 3 or 4 pounds. I'll bet 3 pounds anyways. So I bead blasted it. I'm kind of playing with it, seeing what how I want to get it to look. Just kind of getting some ideas, and of course the fan. Okay, guys, I'm putting this alternator back together. As you can see, I've put the back half of it back together, the bridge plate, and made all the connections, the brush assembly. And so now I need to, as you can see, I took and packed that bearing, that back bearing, cleaned it all up, blew it out, cleaned it all up, got it free of the old grease, old hard grease, and put some new heavy-duty grease into it. And so now I'm going to drop the armature into it. And there's yon armature. And so here's yon armature. Oh yeah, see that? Bada bing, bada boom, baby. That is in there. Okay, cool. I need to put the top half together. I need to pack the bearing. Right? I need to pack this bearing, cleaned it out. Got to pack it with grease and install it in the front half of the case. Okay, guys, as you can see, I got the front bearing installed, greased up, cleaned up, repacked with grease. And of course, got your spacer there for the shaft. Space the shaft up. And so now I need to put this on the top half of the case, or the bottom half of the case. Right? Which is you. And so I got a couple of marks on it, so I know what the clocking is on it. So let me put that on, and then we'll put her together. Finish putting her together. Well, there you go, boys and girls. That's one original Corvette alternator. I just got done putting together, cleaning all up. Right, good as new, serviced.